Hello everyone. Here we are gonna identify the activities in each process. Today our group will explain 5 project management process groups and show how they are used in a real project. We will use a travel agency's world tour project as our example. It names the Sea Travels. In this project, a group of teachers from Minnesota, it is a state in the northern central United States, hires our travel agency to organize a 4-week world tour. The tour includes cities such as Rome, Paris, Shanghai, Mumbai, and Colombo. The first stage of the project is called the Initiating Process Group. This stage officially start the project actually. There are 2 main activities in this process. The first activity is developing project charter. The project charter is an important document that officially approves the project and gives the project manager the authority to manage it. The second activity is identify stakeholders. Stakeholders are the people who organize people or organizations involved in the project or affected by it. Their details and interest are recorded in the stakeholder registry. In our Sea Travel example, the project begins when the CEO approves and signed the project charter. The charter includes the project's goals, important milestones, and expected profits. At the same time, we identify the stakeholders. The main stakeholders are the Minnesota teachers who will join the tour with us. Other stakeholders includes the travel agents, airline, hotels and companies, and etc. Also, the local tour guides. These steps helps ensure that the project starts with clear goals and the right people involved. In this presentation, we mainly address the planning process, the executing process, the monitoring and controlling process, and process closing and conclusions. So, let's gradually move on with our flow from now on. So, the presentation will now take over by Malisha.
Thank you, Amandeep.
Wait. පොඩ්ඩක් මම පොඩ්ඩක් කියන්න කලින් හැම පොඩ්ඩක් කියන්න හොඳේ. එතකොට මම ගන්න ඕනේ. හරි.
Thank you, Amandeep. Once a project is authorized, it transitions into the planning process group. The main objective of this group is to define a consistent, coherent roadmap to guide all execution and control efforts. Because planning is so robust, our team will drive these activities across 3 speakers. I will focus on scope and stakeholder planning. Scope management ensures that the team performs all the work required and only the work required to finish successfully. The core planning activities in this area include plan scope management, creating a dedicated scope management plan that documents exactly how the project and product scope will be defined, validated, and controlled. Collect requirements, determining, documenting, and managing stakeholder needs to meet overall project objectives. Define scope, developing a highly detailed description of both the project and the final product, culminating in a project scope statement. Creating work breakdown structure, subdividing the major project deliverables into smaller, more manageable components called work packages through process known as decomposition. Plan stakeholder engagement, formulating appropriate management strategies to effectively engage stakeholders throughout the life cycle based on their authority and concern, often utilizing tools like a power interest tree. Now I will invite Chanduka to present about planning process group. Thank you.
Thank you, Malaysia. After a project is started, it moves to the planning process group. The main goal of this stage is to create a clear plan that helps the team achieve the project objectives successfully. Today, uh, I'll focus on scope planning and stakeholder planning. First, we need to clearly define what is included in the project and what is not included. This helps prevent unnecessary work and keep the project on track. To do this, we carry out several activities as plan scope management is deciding how the project scope will be managed and controlled. Uh, Collect requirements will be gathering informations about what stakeholders need and expect. Define scope, creating a detailed description of the project and its deliverables. Uh, Create a work breakdown structure or WBS, breaking large tasks into small and easier to manage work packages. Plan stakeholder engagement, deciding how to communicate and work with stakeholders throughout the project. In our Sea Travels project, we collect requirements from the teachers. They request restaurant recommendations and guided tours of famous landmarks. We also create a scope statement that clearly mentions what included and what is excluded. For an example, creating a travel website is not part of this project. Finally, we create a WBS by breaking the world tour into smaller sections such as Rome, Paris, Shanghai, Mumbai, Colombo, and each sections is then divided into smaller tasks like hotel bookings and transportation arrangements. These planning activities helps the project stay organized and meet the needs of the stakeholders. Uh, and now I'll invite Anjali Akka to present about planning time and cost. Thank you.
Thank you, Chanduka Malli. To finish the planning process group, I will explain quality human resources, communication, and procurement management. First at all, quality planning means setting quality standards for the project and deciding to how we will check standards. Second, human resources planning means assigning roles and responsibilities for each team members. An RACI chart can be used to show who's responsible for each task. And third, communication planning means deciding what information need to be shared, who should receive it, and when it should be shared. Finally, procurement planning means deciding what should work can be done by the project team and what need to be purchased from the outside suppliers. Into the Sea Travels project, quality planning requires all hotels to have the list of 4-star rating. For the human resources planning, RACI chart is used to assigning a few responsibilities. Here are some examples. Travel agency are responsible for managing the Asia part of tour, wheel project manager oversee the overall project. For communication planning, we schedule a weekly meeting and a member for planning the meetup. For procurement planning, Sea Travels purchase flight services from Communicational Airlines because it doesn't not operate its own aircraft. These plans are help and ensure the project is well organized and ready for successful execution. Thank you and next.
Okay, thank you, Anjali Akki. Now that our project plan is complete, we move to the execute project group. This is the stage where the project team carries out the planned work. It is also pause where most of project's time and budget are used. There are two main activities in this process. The first is direct and manage project work. This means completing the plans, tasks are creating the project deliverables. It also includes making, approve, change, and fix any problems that arise. The second is manage quality. This involves checking that the team is following the correct procedure and maintaining the requested quality stands throughout the projects. In the Sea Traveling project, this is where travel agents begin booking flights, reserving hotels, and arranging transportation for the tour. The main quality, the project manager regularly receiving booking records to ensure everything is accurate. This helps prevent mistakes such as double booking, missing revolves, or scheduling conflicts. The executing process group is where the project plan becomes really and the project deliverables are created. Thank you.
Thank you, Enuga. I'm going to talk about executing process group focusing on team dynamics and communication. In this stage, the project manager works closely with the team and stakeholders. First, we acquire and develop the project team. This means selecting the right people and building their skills so they can work well together. We also manage the team by giving feedback and solving conflicts. A very important part is manage communication. Good communication is key for project success. According to this slide, 58% of communication comes from body language. So we must pay attention not only to words but also to how people express themselves. Project managers face some barriers like jargon, cultural differences, and time zone, especially in global projects. To overcome these, we use effective techniques such as active listening, summarize points, and following a proper communication plan. In the Sea Travel project, the project manager selected good travel agents, encouraged teamwork, and regularly sends updates to teach through email. In summary, during execution, the project manager must build a strong team and manage communication effectively so that share information and works together smoothly. Situm will now continue. The next topic is tracking and change control. Thank you.
Thank you, Enliaka. The while project work is being carrying out, it must be sorry. While the project work is carrying out, it must be monitored and controlled. This is called monitoring and control process group. This process continuous thought out the entire project to make sure everything is going according to plan. The first activity is monitoring and control project work. It means checking project process and compare it the original plan. The second activity is perform integrate change control. When a change is requested, the project manager review it, check its impact on the project, and decide where it should be approved or reject. We also control scope, schedule, cost, and quality. This help ensure the project stays within its planned scope, budget, timeline, and quality standards. In the sea travel project, imagine that an airline strike causes flight cancellation. This could delay the teacher's travel plans. The project manager could quickly review other flight option and check how change affect the schedule and budget. If extra costs involved, the project manager clicks where the budget can cover them without affecting project profit. Those monitoring and control activity keep help the project on track and allow problem to manage efficiently. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Situm, and thank you to everyone on my team. Now, we come to the final stage of the project life cycle, called the closing process group. Every project has a clear beginning and clear end. The closing process group is important because it ensures that all project work has been completed and that the project is officially finished. There are two main activities in this stage. The first is close project progress. This means checking that all project objectives has been achieved, completing the required documents, recording lessons learned, officially handing over the final product or service to the customer. The close procurements. This involves completing payments, closing contracts, and confirming that all suppliers have delivered their service as agreed. In the Sea Travels project, the closing pass starts when the teachers successfully return home after their 4-week world tour. The project manager checks that all travel arrangements were completed correctly and that the client received the services promised in the project plan. Next, all final payments are made to airlines, hotels, tour guides, and other service providers. Any remaining contracts are reviewed and officially closed. The project manager then collects feedback from the teachers to understand their experience and identify areas for improvement. Finally, important information and lessons learned are recorded and stored in the company's database. This information can help Sea Travels plan and manage future travels projects more effectively. In conclusion, the closing process group ensures that the project is completed properly. All stakeholders are satisfied, and valuable knowledge is saved for future projects. So thank you to the cooperation during our project presentation. Have a pleasant day.